Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. Life is not just a person or place or thing. It's not just an occurrence or a bunch of events all happening in a sequence, cause and effect, and then results. Life, whether we want to admit it or not, no matter how hard we try to pin it down, is elusive. Life escapes us in so many ways, and yet as human beings we still try to study it, hoping that if we capture different aspects of it enough, then we will finally understand it, life, and just what it is, and by doing so, what life really means. This has been humanity's pursuit for as long as we have been conscious of ourselves, truly sentient beings. And so we have filled the earth with our instruments, our wonders of measurements, technology, various and different ways of studying who we are, life, and how we got here, our origins. But beyond just the anthropological studies on earth, we have taken to the sky and to the stars, all in pursuit of the answer to the question, what is life? Some people believe that we have already found the answer. Some believe that the answer to who we are and what is life is rooted in the exploration of space, that we are either from someplace beyond or a derivative of another species or beings that are from elsewhere. These thoughts, ponderings, theories, and conspiracies are not without some standing. For example, a CIA remote viewing program reportedly has discovered an ancient civilization on Mars. Of course, the search for other life beyond Earth has been a cornerstone of modernity and thought. As humanity has become more enlightened, we have also become more curious, and thus the search for more like us or more life has taken us throughout the Earth and even off the planet. And one government agency that has been intrigued with the search is the CIA. The CIA has always been an operative organization that functions and deals with undercovering. The CIA is about knowing and being informed, some of which is learned is then documented and only given to the public on a need-to-know basis. And as early as the 1950s, the CIA was conducting massive experiments in search of information that pertain to who we are and what is life. These experiments involved understanding the human psyche, and some even induced techniques of torture and drug use to produce results. More specifically, there was a program under the name Stargate that focused on subjects and their ability to astral project in a remote viewing, perceiving, and literally placing the mind-body anywhere, including other planets. Surprisingly, some of the imagery and details from these mind-body experiences of astral projection and remote viewing have been confirmed. So let's talk about Stargate. Although there were numerous programs and various groups of astral projecting and remote viewing, specifically during the Cold War and specifically with implications focused on military targets, one report in particular coming from a member of the Stargate program, Joseph McMonigle in 1984, stands out. McMonigle was one of a very important group of remote viewing for the CIA. He had been able to perceive very specific details during a remote viewing of a nuclear submarine being constructed simply from the coordinates given to him. However, in 1984, Joseph McMonigle was asked to take another mission of remote viewing. Given very specific coordinates, McMonigle found himself astral projecting to an extremely unfamiliar and otherworldly locale. His experience is cataloged and taken from a now-released CIA transcript. What he saw and experienced could be considered astonishing. In McMonigle's viewing, he perceived a world that was inhabited by a civilization that was advanced, but at the moment apocalyptically failing. He described roads, channels, pyramids. McMonigle's experience engulfed him. A sense of wonder often overtakes him as he's transported to witness wondrous sights. And eventually, while remote viewing and within the astral projection, McMonigle reports contact with other entities or beings. And during these encounters, McMonigle is asked by his handler to communicate with these entities and beings and finds out that others of them had been sent on a mission to find another place to inhabit because of the dire situation of their own world. These entities and beings were in a state of hibernation, awaiting the return of the party that was sent out. When McMonigle returned from the astral projection, he found out that his handler had directed him through coordinates supposedly to Mars in approximately 1 million year BC. So now let's talk a little bit about the accuracy of remote viewing. This is something that should not be undervalued, that many have written off Stargate as a conspiracy theory or maybe just some military government tactics to divert Soviet intelligence during the Cold War. However, there are many members supposedly of the Stargate program that are more than willing to talk about their experiences, and some even report that they still practice astral projection and remote viewing today. Additionally, there are other declassified CIA documents that have other operatives focusing on different locales, specifically for military purposes. These transcripts and reports always coming to the conclusion that there's significant accuracy in astral projection and remote viewing. Basically, from what we can take away from the CIA use of astral projection is that the search for who we are and what is life is really not limited nor bound to external terrains. Rather, the field of study has literally internalized the search, even mobilized it, internally dealing with the true existential nuances of the human mind and psyche. And it must go without saying that the human mind is a very important factor in our universal existence. It is what sets us, humanity, apart from other creatures, animals, and species that, well, at least we know about. And if the human mind is indeed the difference, then maybe it is also the key to unlocking some of the mysteries of our origin, what lies beyond the sky and among the stars, and find out if those two are connected. And talking about astral projection and remote viewing, this is actually something that's talked a lot about in Eastern philosophy, where monks and people who are enlightened describe this as a skill set or as an innate ability that all humans used to have before we became diluted by the world. So these abilities could very well be the neatest step, that maybe the true first and maybe the final frontier of human and space exploration. And guys, if you like this topic, definitely check out my page on Gaia.com where you can see more videos about this and other incredible topics. The link is available for you in my description box below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later.